HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. To today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, the latest Hiller Sports Report, and we talk with John V. Puri of the Hopkinton Freedom Team, plus much more. But first, Town Manager Norman Kamalu was thanked for his service to the town by the Select Board. Right now, an extended look at the recognition for Norman's tremendous work for the Hopkinton community and the full speech from Norman Kamalu as he departs his town manager role after 15 years of service.
So we're starting tonight with an opportunity to recognize and thank Mr. Kamalu, who started with us in June of 2009. Is that right? Nearly 15 years ago as our town manager. He has shepherded this town through tremendous growth and challenges and notably helped develop Hopkinton's town government in many important ways. A few important ways that I reflected on were our financial processes that are incredibly efficient, based on sound financial practices, and sustainable, even during times of increased budgetary pressures. Our stabilization fund and free cash provide stability. Our pay-as-you-go program has allowed us to better maintain our facilities and meet our needs using one-time money for one-time expenses. Transparency in the process is notable and very appreciated. Innovations like the participatory budget also makes us stronger and invites participation from the residents.
I remember my first meeting with Norman in his office, and he was giving me the lowdown on what to expect, and he said, "Oh, we're going to have so much fun." Well, that's debatable. However, we have had a wonderful relationship, a good relationship, and he's always been available whenever I needed to talk to him. Just walked in, and he's given me all the time that was necessary, and I greatly appreciate that. He's been wonderful with the putting together the town meeting. He's been great with the budgets and the finances, and I just can't thank him enough for his leadership.
I really appreciate how much you work with civic groups and nonprofits in town on helping getting their events. And I remember when you really helped Project Just Because move into their new building, and they were having trouble with their transformer, and you really brought that to life to come so they could open. And I really appreciate all your improvements over the years on transparency. I know government moves very slowly, but there have definitely been huge improvements in the communication and transparency since you've been here. And I really appreciate you tolerating me bugging you all the time about website improvements and email communication improvements and accessibility standards. So we're really going to miss you, but we wish you all the best in your next adventure.
We've heard all the professional aspects and everything that you've done to professionalize Hopkinton, but what I want to say is you've done it all very humbly. And it's obvious by the way that you seem very uncomfortable that we're honoring you today. But seriously, you know, you've taken this town through a period of incredible growth and approached everything with calmness and humility, while taking on new initiatives throughout the way. And I can say personally, I've learned an awful lot from you, and how to interact, how to bring the critical teams together. And yeah, I've learned a lot from you, and I'm going to take that with me and run with it as well.
You have a library of knowledge, a plethora of information, history about the town, about the government, about various procedures, and it has been tremendous working with you, and you've been along our side all the time, supporting us, supporting the town, and thinking about doing great things about the town, for the town. And as Irfan and my other colleagues said, during high growth time, you were part of us and supporting and leading with all these challenges that we have had. So thank you, and I wish you all the best in your next venture.
I am grateful as a friend. I'm grateful for you. As a selectman, I was very grateful for all the patience and guidance and your institutional knowledge that you brought to us. And as a taxpayer, the work that you did from day one when you got here to today when you're finishing up, the town is by far in a much stronger position. This town will miss you tremendously. I won't miss you because I'll still call you all the time. But we have, Norman and I, what we would do is we would communicate in Zulu. So that way, if somebody overheard what we were saying, it was hard to decipher. And we have one saying, I won't bring up the saying that we have, but there's one saying that resonates with me, and I still use. I had an orientation today for nurses and CNAs, and I still use that phrase about roasting, which that's as much as I'm going to say to it. But Norman, as a friend and as a coworker and as a taxpayer and as a town member, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything that you did. And I know that your legacy will be carried on, and the town is much, much better off. And it's not just thank you to you, it's thank you to your wife and your kids for giving you to us for the amount of time that they did. And I laud you for everything that you've done for us. So thank you.
So we have a couple of small gifts. We have a bouquet for your wife. And after this. Yep. We have some flowers for your wife, Rodu, in thanks for all the ways that she has generously shared you with us. And you may realize that we had a lovely event just yesterday, a successful, fabulous event. And we have a memento that not only marks the event, but it marks the 100th running. And I think it symbolizes so much about what we are all about. It is one of the pieces of art from the flying feet on the common. And I just want you to know that this particular piece is titled, "We Are All Born to Fly." The artist is Chelsea Bradway and the Hopkinton Integrated Preschool at Marathon School. And this is what Ms. Bradway says. She embarked on a unique collaboration with approximately 100 preschoolers ages 3 to 5 to create an inclusive art project. The project aimed to celebrate creativity and diversity by showcasing the unique perspectives of each child. The preschoolers learned about teamwork and the power of art to bring people together. Bradway hopes that this project will inspire others to embrace inclusivity and collaboration in their own artistic endeavors. And we thought that this would be perfect for you to have. Thank you. Now, the only bad news is that the HCA wants to continue to display it for another week. So I promised that I would safely bring it back and then get it to you as well. But we are very proud to present this to you, and we hope that you will treasure it as much as Hopkinton treasured it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll share with you that in my culture, when we express gratitude, we don't just say thank you. We name the person we're thanking. And if I was to do that, I'll violate the 2-minute rule. Thank you. After 15 years, my time in Hopkinton, an exceptional community, is ending. On behalf of Rudo, Norm, Tavi, Tando, Cindy, Mzi, Dumi, and Zola, I want to thank the residents and families of Hopkinton for welcoming us to this beautiful community. From the day I sat on a small chair in this room, I think I was somewhere here, interviewed by the Select Board in 2009, I felt welcomed and at home. Suffice to say, finding a home away from home in Zimbabwe is not an easy task. Hopkinton made that very easy for me and my family. Firstly, I thank Hopkinton for affirming that residents and families are the heartbeat of any and every community. You all make Hopkinton what it is, a great community to work, play, live, and enjoy with. You all write and tell the stories that began long before and will continue long after. I am grateful for the opportunity and honor you gave me to be one of you as your town manager. I am thankful to having been part of the writing, composing, and telling of a small part of this community's melody. Some of you know how close I am to music. My family and I sincerely appreciate and will forever cherish our fantastic journey together with all of you. Thank you for allowing me to connect with you and bringing my hidden joy into this community. Your success as a community has been and will continue to be my blessing. To the staff, thank you for your support, care, kindness, compassion, and passion for community service. Your hard, honest, collaborative, entrepreneurial effort always inspired me to show up and do the best we could together. Yes, I was not perfect. You never asked me to be. To the residents and staff, you truly make Hopkinton a special place. Thank you for giving my family a great life experience, giving us a home away from home. My dear friends, I wish you continued success. In my language, and on behalf of Rudo, my family, and the kids, ngiyabonga kakhulu. Abake babonana, bayaphinde babonane. Thank you.
Thank you.
everybody, Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by John V. Puri from the Hopkinton Freedom Team. John V., how are you today?
I'm good, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. So I understand you have an event coming up called A Call for a Just World. It'll take place on Friday, April 26th. Tell us about this event coming up.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me here, Tom. So basically, this event is part of a Artful Connection series, as we call it at the HFT, and it's a collaborative series between the HFT or the Hopkinton Freedom Team and the HCA or the Hopkinton Center for the Arts that aims to promote and I guess advertise justice or all forms of justice, like social, environmental, racial, and it's a way to promote that and also bring community members together in Hopkinton and beyond. And we really aim to promote community and bring people together to share their art with others in a safe and collaborative environment.
That's terrific. And I understand you got a little music, poetry. Tell us about some of the acts that are participating in the event.
Yeah, so we have a lot of Hopkinton poets, well-known poets that have participated in various open mic events like Wake Up and Smell the Poetry that used to be at HCAM Studios and different open mic events throughout the state. And we have quite a few authors, poetry book authors that are participating, a couple of musicians as well that have participated in open mic events and concerts around town. So it's a very diverse group. And so we really aim to kind of it's an intergenerational it's supposed to be an intergenerational experience for everyone. And so we're trying to recruit at this time more students and more of the youth, but we definitely have a diverse group so far as well.
That is excellent. Now, when we were talking a little bit before the interview, you mentioned that you just recently joined the Hopkinton Freedom Team, and this is the first event you're hosting.
Yes, this is the first event that I'm hosting in conjunction with the more senior members of the HFT, as well as Cheryl Peralt, who's been a very active community member in Hopkinton. Um, and so it's really a collaborative effort with the HFT and the HCA.
For those that don't know, could you tell us about what is the Hopkinton Freedom Team and what is it that they do?
Yeah, so the Hopkinton Freedom Team, or the HFT as we call it, is their main motto is diversity, inclusion, and trust. Or also, they also go by their motto also goes by love, inclusion, and trust, or LIT. And our event is actually a part of the LIT series or Artful Connections, going along with that theme. And the Hopkinton Freedom Team really serves to give, I think it really serves to give a voice to especially underserved community members in Hopkinton and through community outreach efforts such as this one. And it also gives a safe space for people to voice their concerns, things that they've seen that they otherwise wouldn't share. And we've had a lot of cool and prominent members like Mr. Jamil Adams, who actually founded the Hopkinton Freedom Team with Kathleen Dinsmore, who's the current founder and president. And it's been, I think it's been eye-opening for a lot of people what some of our community members have faced and just their experiences of the world. And I think the HFT is doing a really good job of hosting workshops and events that really bring people together. And we're always open to suggestions and always there's always room for improvement, but it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Now, if somebody wanted to get involved with the Hopkinton Freedom Team or involved with this event, how can they find you?
Yeah, great question. If anyone wants to get involved, whether a student, a teacher, a family member, or parent, they can always email me at johnvperry2@gmail.com, or also email Kathleen Dinsmore. And I believe her email is Kathleen or CS Dinsmore at hopkintonfreedomteam.org. She's the current president. And we tend to be pretty responsive to emails. So, anyone looking to join anytime is more than welcome.
Excellent. So that's a call for a just world, Friday, April 26th at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. And what time does the event happen?
So it's from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at the HCA loft.
Terrific. Well, I'm sure it'll be a wonderful event filled with many good artists and talent, some good talent as well. John V, thanks for everything that you and the Hopkinton Freedom Team are doing for the community, and we look forward to the event this coming Friday.
Thank you so much, Tom, and thank you so much for having me, and we look forward to hosting everyone, and whether you're an audience member or performer, everyone is more than welcome to attend the event.
In week 3 of the Hiller Spring sports season, school may have been on break, but Hiller sports were in action. On Wednesday, April 17th, we had a Hiller baseball girls lacrosse doubleheader. 1-3 Hiller baseball met up with 3-3 North Attleboro for a noontime first pitch. The Hillers got things started in the bottom of the first. Lined up in the pitch, and a bunt there, picked up by Corsetti, and he fumbles it, and a run will score. So Will Morgan going to reach, and a tough ball to make a play on. I'm going to score that a single. We'll see what the officials score it, but Pedroli around to score. Hillers leading 1-0 into the bottom of the second. Out there pinch running, that's Dylan Ruff. And this is going to be a slow roller up the left side. Run will score, throw to first, not in time. And the lead runner heading to third, and that's where he will stop. But a nice piece of hitting by Pedroli, an infield single. Hatherley around to score. A 2-0 Hiller lead heading into the top of the fourth. Hatherley delivers. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Leg lift and the pitch. And there's strike 3. Gets Silva swinging 2 away. Wind up and the pitch. And there's strike 3. Strikes out the side. Derek Hatherley strikes out the side in the top of the inning. And the Hiller bats made some noise in the bottom of the fourth. Lift and the pitch. He frames the bunt, and he got a piece of it up the third base line. Throw to first, and it's thrown away. And Pedroli going to keep going over to second base, and he will safely reach. Hits that one in the air over to center field. It'll drop in for a hit. And here comes another Hiller run. An RBI single for Mitch Simulus as Nick Pedroli around to score. Hillers leading 3-0 into the top of the sixth. And Derek Hatherley had a perfect game and no-hitter going. And he got him. Gets him looking. 1 away. And there is strike 3. Got him looking. Another strikeout for Hatherley. Jake Rotzi coming to the plate. And this is up the middle. Glove by the shortstop. Throw to first. Not in time. And Rotzi reaches via the single to break up the no-hitter. Up the left side. Nice play at short. Throw to third. And they'll get the force out over at third. A rare 6-5 force out for out number 3. The perfect game was broken up, but Hatherley pitched into the top of the 7th looking to earn the complete game victory. And he makes contact over to short. It's bobbled, and everybody's safe. Error there allows Martello to score. Bannon up to third. Hit in the air, and it is caught by the right fielder, Charlie Petruni. And Derek Hatherley pitches a complete game. What a brilliant pitching performance it was. Hatherley didn't get the shutout, but the lone run would indeed go down as unearned as the Hillers take. It's time to tell you about a couple happenings in town you should know about. On Sunday, April 28th, from 2 to 5 p.m., the South Asian Circle of Hopkinton presents the Festival of Colors. It'll take place on Sunday, April 28th, beginning at 2 p.m. over at Weston Nurseries. For more information, check out our website, hcam.tv. The Hopkinton Freedom Team and the Hopkinton Center for the Arts present A Call for a Just World. You could view all about it at our website, hcam.tv. The event will bring together artists, poets, and musicians for A Call for a Just World this Friday, April 26th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. Our picture of the week: the Hopkinton Hillers boys volleyball team played their first ever match as a program, and they defeated Attleboro 3-2. Here is the team following the victory. Congratulations to the Hopkinton Hillers boys volleyball team on capturing a win in their first ever match. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, April 29th at 5:30 p.m., the Board of Health meeting will take place. And also, don't forget, the Select Board debate will happen on Sunday, April 28th at 4 p.m. It'll be live from the HCAM studios. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information, you can head over to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we're out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we will be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.